Brian just reminded me of one of the stories I wanted to tell you was one of the things that you indirectly are involved in, whether you know it or not, is a wonderful gift of a tradition to our children that live with us. And it's called the Build-A-Tree. We just started it a few years back, and it's a neat way for anyone to feel like they can be involved in the festival and giving. There's we have that silent auction of the trees and so many other items that go on throughout the festival, but a lot of people can't afford that. So if you have something packaged in $10 increments, ornaments that someone can buy for 10 bucks, they can pick something and put it on the tree and also feel like they've given. So we put this idea together. It's called the Build-A-Tree. And once this is put together, it's beautifully decorated and it goes back to where the children live. We have several areas, the school as well. Everyone gets a tree, so as they get decorated, they go back. Well, what this provides, we had figured up if we got 10 bucks, we think that if we have so many people give this, we can make so much money. We figured it all out, how we could get this tradition for the children, the 28 children. The tradition is, and what it's provided, is that on Christmas Eve, all the kids get to go out to dinner, Christmas Eve night. A lot of you probably do that on Christmas Eve. Maybe go to church or something and then you go out to dinner. So all the kids get to go out to eat. Guess where they chose to eat? No, not McDonald's.
Avanti's.
Not Avanti's. Not even Chuck E. Cheese. A Chinese restaurant. Now, why do you think they chose a Chinese restaurant?
Christmas Story.
Oh,
That's what we.
that is exactly what Brian said, and I didn't even think about that. I don't know why.
But it's not.
And it's not because it's the only place open on Christmas Eve, because a lot of other places are open now. I don't think anybody cooks anymore, do they? So anyway, they chose it because these kids really don't have a lot of choices. They've not been given a lot of choices for one reason or another throughout their life. Well, how many choices do you get at a Chinese restaurant? Is that unreal? And you can go back how many times? As many as you want. So there you have it. They've done it for like, I think 3 years now, is it? I think it's been 3 years now that we've had that going on. So they go and the specialists, the residential specialists that work with them, they go too, of course. They all go out to eat. Then the next day they get up and they open all their presents. And it's chaos, bedlam everywhere. Well then, what happens after you open all your presents? It's like this big letdown. You've been waiting for it all year, and then what else do you have to do? I've already played with my toys. What else is there to do? We usually don't. Most of you go to a movie in the afternoon with your family or that evening or something. That's what the kids get to do, just from the Build-A-Tree. It builds up enough money that provides them this opportunity to go to dinner that night before, for Christmas Eve. Then they all get to go to a movie of their choice. And I can't even think of what they went to last year. It was a big movie. I can't even think of it now. But anyway, then they get all the junk that they want, the junk food. Candy, popcorn, pop, because we don't care if they go back to the specialist that way, do we? All hopped up, freaking out for the rest of the day? No, we don't care. And so what we heard the very first year that we did this is, guess what? One little 12-year-old, it was a 12 or 13-year-old girl, got up in front of everyone and said, I have never been to a movie before, ever. Never been to a movie theater. So a lot of the things that we take for granted, that we just think, oh, no big deal, I'm going with my family and everything. They never got to do that, never did. And that's just one little story that I have to tell, and there's a bazillion more if you want to come on a tour with me sometime. All right.